stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
And the attitude in Washington has been that the debt is not a problem at this time.
Debt is always a problem at any time. Even in your house, right? Your household debt. It's always a problem. You got to keep working because it's a problem. You got to work to pay it off. Debt is the worst thing in the world. There's nothing worse than debt. We have become debt slaves in this country since 2008. Think about it. Since 2008, when they put interest rates down to zero. Just like you go back to the housing, when they gave everybody a mortgage. Anybody could buy a house. They didn't care what their credit was. They could care less. As long as they could take those mortgages and sell it to Fannie and Freddie. And who cared? Nobody cared. Banks didn't care. Nobody cared. Just sell them off to Fannie and Freddie. And by the way, Fannie and Freddie got really screwed because Fannie and Freddie would only buy good mortgages. Only AAA mortgages, good credit, strong credit. They did that for years and years and years until Barney Frank and Dodd and Waters got together and decided, no, everybody's got to own a house. So they forced Fannie and Freddie to take anybody's credit. In other words, when a bank loaned to somebody, subprime, actually what the banks did, the banks went and they set up these mortgage companies, and they gave the money to mortgage companies, and the mortgage companies didn't come under rules and regulations like the banks, and they would just loan to anybody, and then, of course, they couldn't pay their mortgages, and you know the rest of the story. But it just drives you crazy, okay? It was debt that took down that why we had that crash. It wasn't the houses. It was debt. It's always debt. The dot-com, it wasn't the dot-com that took why we had the dot-com crash. It was the debt. It was the debt. Yes, the dot-com was the trigger. Housing was the trigger. We had another trigger here, the COVID-19, but it's always debt. I don't care if it's the dot-com crash, housing crash, or what we got going now, the QE crash. It's the debt. How can you say it's not a problem? Now listen to this. This is really, once you hear some contradiction, this is how stupid these people are, okay, on these business news networks, these fake business news networks. Listen to this.
The likelihood of the economy actually surprising to the upside as pretty good. Consensus estimates are for 6 to 6.5% GDP this year.
Wow, 6.5 GDP consensus. The consensus, really? Wow, I'll buy into that. Wow. Now listen to this one.
We have a very robust consumer.
Now we have a very robust consumer. Catch this. Really? Then how come?
More landlords are going to start having much stricter guidelines for how they decide which tenants they could take. So it may become harder to become a tenant in a rental property because the landlords are going to be so careful about who they want to put into the home, wanting to make sure that they'll actually get that rent. So it's not only...
Poor renters, they're getting so screwed. They can't collect their rent. People aren't paying their rent. They can't pay their rent. It's unbelievable. It's rent or pay gasoline to get to work, just like we did back right before the crash, the housing crash, going back in 2001, 2006. This is amazing, isn't it? How they're telling you that the economy is surprisingly strong. But then on the other hand, landlords are saying, hey, we're not getting paid, man. We're not getting paid. And why aren't they getting paid? Because wages aren't going up, but expenses are going up. They say, oh, no, inflation's only 2%. But wait a minute. When they figure out the inflation, only 2%, they keep out food, they keep out gasoline costs, they keep out all the stuff that you have to have. Oh, they just exclude gasoline and food. Are you nuts? gasoline and food, that's a huge part of your cost. This is just ridiculous. You know what's really getting ridiculous? What's really getting ridiculous is this tax increase. This is so stupid. It's unbelievable. It's so stupid. I never seen anything like it. You know what? Here's what's so stupid about it, okay, is that Biden knows. He's been in Washington for 50 years. He knows that tax hikes kill the economy, kills the economy. And it's going to kill us because we can't compete with China. We're not going to be able to compete with China. That's where we're going to get really hurt. You talk about a crash, you watch. You watch. Every Friday, I always do on my YouTube channel. This will be, I think, my 13th one, where every Friday it's free. Go to my YouTube channel. I'll be doing it tonight because the market's closed tomorrow. And I explain every week. I go over all the week and tell you exactly what's happened and why and what I'm identifying during the week as more proof, further proof, that the crash is getting closer, so that you're ready, so that you will not be sitting there surprised when the market crashes. And when you start seeing the Treasury yields going up to 1.76, when yields are going up like that, that tells you that the Federal Reserve no longer can print money, take the money, give it to the 5 banks, and the 5 biggest banks go and they buy treasuries at the auction to keep interest rates down. They can't. Every time they do that, it goes right back up. Why? Because we got a huge problem. All the Europeans are dumping our treasuries. They're dumping our treasuries left and right. And here's the real problem. Our lenders like China and the Saudis, they're going to raise our interest rates because they know we're in deep trouble. And they're going to say, look, we want more interest because we're taking more risk because you can't pay back your debt. And Biden has yet to explain to the American people the 10% of the population, right, pays 70% of the federal income tax. He never explains that. For him to come out and say, we're going to get the rich, we're going to get the rich. Why don't you come out and be truthful and say, wait a minute, stop this nonsense. 70% of our federal income tax is paid by 10% of the population. Stop it. Stop it. This crap that everybody wants to jump on the rich. They're paying, they're getting away with murder, and the corporations are getting away with murder. This is another thing. There's no question about that. Some corporations don't pay any tax at all, but they sure pay a lot of wages. And as soon as their taxes are going to go up, those wages are going to come down. People are going to get laid off. People have no clue what's going to happen when they raise these taxes. And Biden knows. He knows this. Biden knows all this. For God's sakes, he's been around 50 years. One thing Biden knows, he's not a stupid man, okay? He knows that you always raise more money, revenue, tax revenue, when you have taxes low, when you cut taxes. When you raise taxes, your revenue goes down, and he knows that. He's seen it time and time again. He's seen it with Reagan. But he's a regular politician. He'll never tell the truth. Never tell the truth. He'll never come out and say, I'm going to defend the rich. They're paying 70% of all this. They're paying 70% of every missile we shoot. They're paying 70% of our Army, all the payroll for our Army and Navy and Coast Guard. They're paying 70% of all that payroll. Why don't he come out and be a man and say that? Unbelievable. Why don't he come out and be a man and stop lying and say, look, the $4 trillion that we're going to be spending on a so-called infrastructure, that's a lie. That's a lie. I'm not spending $4 trillion on infrastructure. I'm only going to spend 6% of the $4 trillion. I'm only going to spend $250 billion on roads. Now think about this. He said he's going to fix 20,000 miles of roads and 10,000 bridges. On $250 billion? What are you, nuts? How are you going to fix 20,000 miles of roads and 10,000 bridges on $250 billion? That's like painting your house with $25. You're going to paint your whole house. What are you, nuts? Hey, run down to the paint store. Buy me $25 of paint. I'm going to paint the whole house. The lying is unbelievable. More when we get back. Remember St. Jude's. Please help St. Jude.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from. All that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day?
That's unacceptable. African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market is still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, so they're ready to do all this big tax hike, which is going to really kill the country, and get ready because this tax hike will be what takes this market down. But let's think about that for a moment. Why, if he's been in Washington for 50 years, he's seen it all. Every time what he's seen for 50 years is when you raise taxes, the amount of revenue the government collects contracts. When you cut taxes, you get so much more revenue, almost double it. Now think about that. So why on earth, he knows by raising taxes that he's going to hurt the economy. So why would he do it? Well, I'm going to tell you why in a little bit. But first, let's talk about some stocks. The one thing you got to understand that's going on in the market right now, and I've been telling my members this, and I told them starting last week, we got to lay in the weeds a little bit because there's a problem in the market right now. The market, with all this stimulus, do you know with the stimulus plan they're doing now, the infrastructure, that would be $8 trillion in stimulus? That's insane. That's what's been driving the market. $8 trillion in stimulus, like buying $8 trillion worth of heroin. That's what's driving the market. You don't have to have profits to move the stock up anymore. As long as there's another, and he's calling for another stimulus to move the market even higher. These stocks are so overpriced, but that's beautiful. That's okay. I always tell my members, look, let's just follow the trend. When our charts turn green, like take Valero, for example. We made a lot of money on Valero. When Valero turned green, and it was turned green, around February 10th it was, and it was around, I don't know, that time there was around $60, something like that. And then we got out at around $82 in Valero. So that's about a 29% gain, okay, following the trend, because the money was trending up. As long as it's green, that means the money's trending up. When you look at your chart, you notice your candlesticks are red, green, red, green, red, green, right? So you don't know if the money's going in or the money's coming out, because one day it's green, next day it's red. Next 2 days, the candlesticks could be green. You think, oh boy, I'm doing good. But then the next 4 days, they're red. So you don't know if you should get out or not. So in your trend, you are getting mixed signals. So if you bought Valero from, let's say, $60 to $82, you kept questioning yourself all the way up because you keep seeing one day candlestick red, next day candlestick green. All of a sudden, 5 days it's green, 2 days it's red, and vice versa. And so you're always getting out at the wrong time. You're always getting out at the wrong time. So when I designed my chart to be where the algorithm just read the money flow, that's all I want to know. If it's solid money coming in that will keep the trend going up, keep it green. Don't give me red candlesticks. The hell I want red candlesticks. I only want red candlesticks if the institutions are pulling the money out and it turns red. Give me an example. Valero at 74.66 has turned red. So that is telling me that money is coming out. But before that, around $60, $62, it was green. It stayed green all the way up to 82. That means your trend of money was flowing in, so you had confidence to stay in. And then when all of a sudden even the green candlesticks start coming down, they haven't turned red yet, it's telling you money is starting to come out. And then it changed to red. Also what it does, the candlesticks will also turn yellow. The candlesticks will turn yellow, and the candlesticks will tell you, and it warned. Like if you look at the candlesticks, if you got in, let's say around $62, use that number, $62, and when we got out around 82, guess what? The candlesticks turned yellow. So it warned us, hey, we better get out because the institutions are starting to take money out. And they stayed yellow from 82 all the way down to 72. Then they turned red. That told us at $72, hey, Now they're really taking a lot of money out. So right there, you can begin to sell short, make money on the way down. So you always know what the money is doing. And by having the green candlestick going up in a straight trend, not being interrupted by red, green, all green going up, it's easy. A kid can follow it, for God's sakes. A kid can follow it. Then when it turns yellow, it tells you we're going to have a trend change of money. Have you ever seen a candlestick that tells you're going to have a trend change of money? No, nobody has it. I'm the only one that has it because I designed it. It's mine. It's patent. And so when it started to turn yellow, it gave us a big heads up that, hey, the money's going to start coming out of this, so we better have our money out and then get ready to sell short. Now it's turning red, you can sell short. In other words, you control the stock. The stock doesn't control you. Most people don't understand. The stock always controls you because you don't know what it's going to do. You have no idea. Another stock, take Tesla. And we're still with Tesla. We've been Tesla a long time. We shorted Tesla at $810. $810. And when we started to short Tesla, it started to turn yellow, gave us a signal that Tesla was in trouble. And we started to short Tesla. Everybody thought we were nuts. Why are you shorting Tesla? Because it shows the money is coming out of Tesla. That's simple. If the money's coming out of Tesla, why do I want to be in it? And then it turned red. We sold it short. And on Tesla, we picked up 20% return. And it's still red today. And yet people still are coming in buying Tesla. Tesla's going up, but at least because the candlesticks are solid red, it tells us, hey, there's a problem with Tesla. I wouldn't be buying it right now. So we got complete control of our stocks. This week, here's the other big problem. The money in the stock market right now, because of the tremendous debt, and they're going to have more and more debt, the banks have given up leadership. The banks are in deep trouble. If you take the big tech stocks, the FANG stocks, all the big tech stocks, they're no longer the leaders. You either have the FANG stocks, they've been leading since 2013, they're no longer leading. Money's coming out of the FANG stocks, and they're going to go to stocks like Pepsi and Coca-Cola, all defensive stocks. Who would think? Who would think somebody would buy cereal instead of the FANG stocks? Isn't that crazy? So the bottom line is, as long as you follow the money, you'll never be wrong in the market. Never. You got control. Be right back after this.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market is still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day?
That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, I'm going to explain to you why in a few minutes. Why would Biden, with 50 years experience, knows that every time you raise taxes, the Treasury collects much less revenue, and it hurts the country, it hurts growth, hurts jobs. There's nothing worse. When you drop taxes, that's when you get the revenue that comes in 2, 3, sometimes 5 times as much. So why would he do this? Well, I'm going to explain that. Before I do that, though, I got to explain what's going on in the stock market right now. Yes, the stock market's the highest it's ever been, but for the wrong reasons. It's all stimulus. It's all QE. It's all stock buybacks. But that's okay because we keep making profit buying these stocks going up. It's been the easiest market ever in the last 13 years to make money. But that's going to end. The problem we're seeing right now is, and please understand this, I said this going back, and I won't play the clip. I said this when I said the stock market is now starting to crash. Mark this down. Remember, I said that on January 16th, 2018. I said it takes a long time for markets to crash, but this is it. And I said what you're going to see is China's going to be the problem, and the FANG stocks are going to start collapsing. Guess what? The FANG stocks for 13 years, since 2013, been driving the whole stock market. The big tech and the FANG stocks. You know them. That's no longer the case. The FANG stocks have stopped. They're not the leadership anymore. That's a real problem. Now, normally you have the banks that push the stocks up. Notice the way it works. The banks, if they're strong, they push up the S&P, and the S&P pushes up your stocks. Or if you change it out, you can have the big tech taking the place of the banks, pushing up the S&P, pushing up your stock. We've lost both leaders. The banks are in deep trouble, and the FANG stocks are in trouble. Way overpriced. The big institutions are pulling their money out, and that's why so we have no leadership. So what are they doing right now? The plunger team every day is going in every day and rigging the market to the upside. They have to push the market up every day. So the market, the S&P, you'll see it, is trying to consolidate, and every day they're trying to push it up, make a new high. Every day they're trying to push it up. But guess what? That's dangerous because we don't have the leader, either the banks or the big tech, holding that market up so that it will sustain itself. What we got right now is you got the plunger team in there, the President's Working Council on Markets going in there every day, and financially engineering the S&P to go up on its own. And that's when it becomes very, very dangerous. Now, it doesn't mean you don't buy. Of course you buy. You just got to know when to get out. Most people don't know. 85% of people lose money because they don't know when to get out. Here's a good example. Listen to this. This is Kramer telling somebody to stay in the stock here. Listen to this. This is crazy.
What do you think of Cintas? It's been flat.
Oh, Cintas is terrific. You know, it's small, medium-sized business uniforms. I've used them, maybe you use them. I think that this is in stock. You buy it, and it's close to putting it away as anyone that I've come across. That merger really gave them unbelievable firepower.
Unbelievable. He's telling the poor guy, it makes uniforms. Maybe you use them. I don't know. I didn't use them. Maybe somebody used them. I don't know. This thing's got firepower. Wow. They merged. Wow. This is great. Wow. Really? Put it on my color-coded chart. Really? You think so, Jim? The deal is over. You had to be in this stock. You had to be in this stock going back to May 12, 2020. That's when you made money. That's when this color-coded chart showed you the big institutions. It went from green to red. The stock shot up to about that. It shot up to the high right around 369 rather. That was in November 16th. That was the run. Now, from September 17th, 2020, this stock has gone nowhere. It's been in a range, about a 10 to 13% range. It's been in a range from about the low of around 317 to a high right now of about 366. That's about a 10% range. Been inside that range. Hasn't gone up, hasn't gone down, been inside that range. Are you kidding me? So here, I'll give you the exact date. From September 18th. From September 18th to today, April 1st, it's gone nowhere. And he's saying, oh, this is a keeper. This one, tell the guy to stay in. What are you, nuts? When you have a pattern like that, this thing is over with. The money's been made. The easy money's been made. Get out. Or at least wait. Don't buy it. Get out. Put your money on the side. If it breaks out and makes a new high, okay. Then get back in. But you don't stay in a stock that's been going sideways, for God's sakes, September. So if it breaks out and makes a new high and gets above 360, then get back in. Or if it makes a new low, then sell it short. You never get into a stock like this. He's telling them. And this is why so many people lose money in the market, because they're listening to people like Kramer. Listen to your stock. Listen to the money flow. And a color-coded chart will tell you. That's why I give you these color-coded charts free for 10 days to show you, okay? I'm telling you the truth. It works. Nothing like having the color-coded chart, because you know you got control. You know exactly. You don't have to call somebody. What do you think I should do with the stock? You can look right. You can look. You say, hey, the money's coming out. I better get out, or I better take some shares off, or hey, I think I'm going to put some more money on. Once you learn how to use it, you get great confidence. Just stop listening to these people. But I want to get back to what is going on with Biden. So here's Biden. Let's think about it. Okay. First of all, he's telling everybody that this is a great plan. He's going to spend all this money. This is going to be what does it. This is going to drive this country. All this new debt he's putting on, right? He's going to fix bridges. He's going to fix roads. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. 20,000 miles of roads, 10,000 bridges. He's going to expand broadband across rural and all these other, everywhere. He's going to expand this broadband, right? He's going to replace all the lead pipes and the service lines and all that. He's going to invest in research and development and manufacturing. And this is all crap. He's lying. He's lying. Only 6% of the $240 billion is going to go to the 20,000 miles of bridges. How many bridges can you can't fix them? Now, here's the other deal. He's going to put all that money into electric vehicles, and he's going to put all this money into refitting all these buildings. All the federal buildings, VA buildings. They're going to go take all the windows out. They're going to do all proofing. This is insane what he's doing. This is nuts. All this green crap. So why is he doing this? He's going to hurt the economy. He knows it. Well, because he knows one thing. The Biden family made a deal. And I'm not going to get into the politics here. Okay? I'm not going to get into the politics. But remember what happened. Before his second term, before they got that second term, he and Obama, remember, his son for a year, Hunter, he was trying to get licensed to do business. His company's called Rosemont. And he was trying to do business in China, financial services. And he was trying to partner up with these companies in China. And he was trying to partner up with one company that's controlled by the Chinese army. Okay? And so he couldn't get a license. But as soon as Obama and Biden got the second term, and once they won that second term, within days, bang, the Biden family got the license. So he was doing, his company got $6 million from the government. I mean, he was flying over there. So are you telling me you don't think he made a deal with them? Because to raise rates, we're not going to be able to compete. How can we compete with China? Those rates in China are lower than ours. We can't compete with anybody. Our rates are going to be... That's why Trump took the rates down. We couldn't compete. And all the companies left this country and went to Ireland, which is 9%. They're going to go again. So why did he do this? Because he cut a deal with China. That's why. Be right back after this break.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month? philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60, 70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Then go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. Now, here's Phil.
Huge miss on pending home sales, down 10.6% in February. Month to month, Street was looking for a 3% drop, down 0.5% year over year. That, according to the National Association.
Well, of course, homes are going to be down. This is what I told everybody. The people who were buying all these homes, we don't have this housing boom like they made it sound, like this big housing boom like we had in 2001 and 2006 where you could pick your own payment. They didn't care if you had good credit or not. They were saying, boy, this boom is going to be bigger than the one we had in 2001. A total lie. It was a small group of people whose combined income was $100,000 or more. These are people who lived in the city. They wanted to get away from all the riots and everything else. And these were people who never lost their house to foreclosure. So they had their houses for a long time. They had tremendous equity in their homes. They never got out of the stock market. These people had tremendous equity in their homes, equity in their stock. And so when everything started to happen and all the riots and all that, they wanted to get out of the city, go to the suburb. And so they were the ones that created this big boom. But it was a small group of people, and that's over now. They made their move. That's it. The stock market. The stock market right now will continue to go up as long as they keep doing more stimulus and more stimulus. And the more stimulus they do, the bigger problem we got, the bigger the crash is going to be. Because the bigger the debt grows. Trust me when I tell you, debt kills your stocks. Debt kills your economy. Debt kills your growth. When your debt is bigger than what you're producing in goods, and it is, our debt is growing faster than what we can produce in goods. That's dangerous. But that's okay. If you know when to get out, stay with the trend. Let them keep on putting money in the market. Let them keep artificially pushing the market up every day. Let them keep doing it. And this market is going to blow up one day. And on the way down, we're going to love it because my members, we're going to be short the market. Very easy. And we're going to switch simply from going long to short. But one thing, we're in total control. We know when we get into a stock here, give you an example. We got into we got into STLD, one of our steel stocks. And I kept telling him, you got to buy the steel stock. So I gave him STLD. And this stock has been terrific, okay? In fact, it turned green. It turned green on February 12th, okay? And that was, at that time, that was around $38. Today, it's $50.75. So, I mean, That's a 33% gain. 33% gain. Now, are we going to be in this stock forever? Of course not. This market's going to crash, but we'll know when to get out of this stock. We'll know exactly. And we'll tell our members when to get out. That's the beautiful thing about it. We tell our members when to get out of the stock. They're not there by themselves. They don't have to make phone calls. What do you think I should do? What do you think I should do? They know in advance. We always say to them every day what to do. What every day we post our stocks at 2 o'clock, our portfolio. And total transparency, we tell them exactly what to do, especially if they're using the color-coded chart. So that was a wonderful, and the steel, I gave them the stock. Now, I'm not saying everybody got the whole green. I'm not saying everybody got in at $38 and are still in at $50. I'm not saying that. What I'm telling you is the stock picked up the opportunity. It gave them the opportunity. They had the opportunity. They, as an individual, got to decide when they want to pull the trigger. Maybe somebody pulled it at $38. Maybe somebody else pulled the trigger at $44. Maybe somebody pulled it at $45. It doesn't matter. They caught the uptrend, and what really matters is they're going to know when to get out. 85% of people don't know when to get out. Exactly what the problem is. And just like now, you got all these people jumping back into the tech stocks. They're out of their mind. They're out of their mind. If you got Netflix, for example, and Netflix, remember, Netflix was at a high, it was at, on January 19th, it was a high of around $509. Say $509. And it dropped down to let me get this right. Yeah, it was $509 was the high. Did I have that right? Yeah, $509 a high. And then it dropped down to $500. And it dropped down to, let's see where it dropped down to. Dropped down to about $5. The low was around $496. $496. So everybody's sitting there in this stock, right? And they're hoping it's going to go up. Hoping it's going to go up. They're going the wrong way. The candlesticks were all red. The candlesticks were telling you the trend. The money was trending out of the stock. So you know either to short it or get out. Same thing with Tesla. Tesla started to turn red at $810. And we said, hey, look, it turned red. Let's start selling it short. Went from $810 all the way down to $600. But it stayed red. And it's still red today. So that's a 26% return. But we know not to buy it, even though in the last 3 days the stock was going up, because you got people who now are tired of buying, Coca-Cola and Pepsi and Clorox and Kellogg's, all these defensive stocks. They want to get back into these, and they think these are good deals. They think they're on sale. They have no clue because they don't know if money's going in or out. All they're listening to is these people on CNBC or Fox Business. All these people come on the air and tell them what to do. If you look at Tesla right now, you got to be an idiot to be in that stock right now. And we got people jumping in that stock right now. In the last 3 days, they're crazy. They're out of their mind. Why would you buy a stock when the money's flowing out of it? I mean, and again, people have no idea what's going on in this market. Another stock we bought was, that went along with our steel stocks was NUE. That stock turned green. On February 12th, and it's green today. And February 12th, it was the stock was at $54, and now it's $79. But the trend all the way up was green. When you look at if you put NUE on your chart, you see your candlesticks are green, red, green, red, green. My chart, I designed it so it stays green all the way up as long as the trend of money is going up. You don't know where the trend of money is going up on your chart. You have no idea. You're guessing at it. But the big thing is, if someone got in the stock, if someone got in the stock, NUE, and they got in at $54, and if it starts turning red at 80, they know when to get out. 85% of the people don't know that. It's really easy. Check it out. It's free for 10 days, and you get the membership free for 10 days. And also, for you people who have mutual funds, I mean, you get screwed all the time because you have no idea what to do. Nobody calls you on a mutual fund, tells you what to do. Well, we designed a mutual fund tracker. You can get it free for 30 days. Check it out. We have a total video on it. Shows you how to use it. It tells you exactly when to get in, when to get out. That's the beautiful thing. And what it does, it will tell you, you'll get a call to action. So if your mutual fund is going up and all of a sudden it's getting a problem, you get a call to action. You'll get a email. It'll tell you exactly what's going on with your mutual fund and what you should be doing. I mean, does anybody do that for you now? Of course not. Nobody does that for you. Who's going to do that for you? Your broker? You think your broker's going to do that? No. But one thing we decided that we better help these people who are in mutual funds because they're screwed. Because when this market starts to crash, and it's going to, they're going to have no idea when to get out of these things. At least now with the tracker, it tells you before your mutual fund is in trouble. It gives you an advance notice. Hey, you better do something about your mutual fund. It's a call to action. It's so easy to use. You have a video shows you how to use it. So check it out. If you have a bunch of mutual funds and if you're always worried about what do I do with my mutual fund? Should I stay in? Should I get out? That's gone. You don't have to think about that anymore. You'll know when to get in. You'll know when to get out of your mutual fund. See, and that's why we designed the mutual fund tracker. All our charts are designed to tell you the biggest thing, when to get out. That's the deal right there. When do I get out? And you know darn well, you don't know, do you? Just like these guys say, oh, stay in, hold on to it, stay in this time, buy on the dip. And you lose money listening to them every day. You listen to these people, you lose money. Look, we know the stock market is headed for the biggest crash in history because there's no earnings backing up these stocks that are going up. Tesla, the PE ratio is 140. Are you out of your mind? The S&P's at 40. It should be at 12 or 15. So enjoy the rally, but feel comfortable to know when to get out so you don't lose money on the way down and make money on the way down shorting it. That's what we're here to do. Show you how to do it, help you. All we ask you help St. Jude if we're making money for you.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.